Welcome back up on the mountain today. We already went to the home improvement store, picked up some more paver stones and a few boards. We have to dig some more foundations. Yay! So we need to add some supports for the front wheels and the back wheels back there somewhere. And the wheels are 11 feet apart from the front wheel to the back wheel. This bay here is 12 feet. So I think we're going to cheat a little bit and go like 6 inches in, put this beam in here in the middle. And back there in the back, we're going to come 6 inches in from middle and put a beam in. That way, I think we can get away with 4 foundations instead of 6. So let's get to it. All right, after about an hour's worth of work, we got rid of all the concrete and the paver stones. We have a nice line of foundations going down the center here. That's where one wheel's going to go. And another line of foundations going down this side. So now we can do away with the water tank and all the digging tools. Go grab the nail gun and compressor and generator and all the woodworking stuff. That'll be fun. I picked up enough lumber to do the joist supports underneath. I think before I come back tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of the 2x6x12s, which will be all the joist in the middle. And I think we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 10 of those. And the mini truck does not like 12-foot material. The bed is only about 6 feet. We might pick up some 2x6x8s also. If nothing else, it'll help support the longer lumber in the truck. So let's get to the store. We have some different tools. We have our air compressor and generator, a compound miter saw, a skill saw, some gasoline, extension cord, air hose, you know, stuff we're going to need to build a deck. We also picked up some more lumber. We got some 2x6x8s and some 2x6x12s. We are going to need more of both of those, but my little truck can only hold so much. I think the plan is going to be unload the truck, get all the tools set up, and we'll start out by putting the leg on that far down corner. I pretty much want to work from the downhill side up this way, so I don't have to keep ducking underneath the boards all the way out. So let's get started. All right, we have the generator running, air compressor is all charged up. Let's go down there to the bottom and measure what we need for that leg. I think we'll start with this leg over here, get all this tied in together, and then we'll level going out this way and work on this leg. That sounds like a plan. All right, our first board is 94 1/4. We just want to make sure this end's nice and even. We'll go down there and cut it. Now the nail gun I have is a 27-degree nail gun. We're going to load these 3-inch framing nails in it. We'll make sure we can fully pass through 1.5 inches and an 1.5 inch board. So that's the nail we want. All right, the first thing we're going to shoot together is a nice doubler in this corner, and it's going to hang down, about 2 feet, just above where these cross legs are going to come in. Now we need to shoot together those 2 boards that we cut into an L shape and wrap them around this thing and get them underneath these rim joists. It's a lot harder when you have another leg right next to it. All right, we got our first leg nailed in. Let's move over to that corner. All right, we got the top temporarily nailed. Now we need to make sure that this thing is absolutely level in 2 different directions. That way looks good. And this way looks pretty good. I think we're going to take the bottom in just a little bit. This is probably the most critical leg for being straight up and down. It is the longest, and if it's twisted at all, it'll probably collapse. So we have these 2 outside legs secured to the rim joists. We're going to leave this temporary leg on just for a few more minutes until we get some cross bracing installed here. Our next set of legs are the ones right here where the rear wheels of the dump truck are going to go. And yeah, so we have this 2x6 all the way across supporting the outside ledger board. I have a vertical 2x6 tying this to the ledger board. We have one set of legs going to the concrete, same on the other side. And now we're going to put another 2x6 along the back of this. And then we'll support both the 2x6s with legs. You'll know, you'll see. All right, we had to go to the store. I underestimated how much wood we need. So this is the wheel support. We have two 2x6s, a 2x6 all the way to the floor. We have a couple Y braces, a 2x6 holding the weight of the joist support. Same over here, all the way to the concrete, and tied into the rim joist. Now there's going to be some cross bracing going up to the floor joist, but we don't have the floor joist in yet, so you got to wait for that. All right, we have all the structure and cross supports in where the wheels go. We have some cross supports and a joist support in the back. We can now take out that temporary leg back there because at this point it's not going anywhere. All right, we got that temporary leg taken off. Now we can put away the ladder because we're not going to need that until we do the roof. That's right, we have to do the roof too. All right, we're moving to the next step. This is where the two 2x12s come together. We're going to do the exact same thing that we did right here, except do it right here. Now I did have to stagger it 1.5 inches off because this 2x10 overlaps this 2x10. So yeah, it's not going to be too bad. This will still be fully supported. It just moves it this way. Oh, that much. Perfect. All right, this middle structure is coming along nicely. I think we can go ahead and take off the temporary leg out there. And then we're pretty much done in this bay, except shooting the little cross braces. Maybe we'll cut those right now, get them in place, so we can just move up the hill. Sounds like a plan. All right, we got that middle one all buttoned up. So the back wheels are going to sit on that structure there. This is pretty heavy duty, so we can roll across it. And it also supports the middle of all these floor joists. So that's pretty important. We have that outside all tightened up. We have to put another one just like it here. Luckily the leg is getting shorter, so we need less and less wood. And then we just need to block up this front, and then we can put all the joists in. We're getting super close. All right, we went ahead and laid out the first bay of floor joists. All right, and we're also going to go to the sawmill and get some oak material, much thicker, like, I don't know, 10 inches tall by 2 inches thick, and run it between these bays. And we're going to sandwich it between these floor joists on this side, and the same over on that side. And that's where the tires are going to run. That should allow about 8,000 pounds of load inside that 6-foot bay. And that's like putting the whole dump truck on one wheel. So we should be good. All right, we got the next bay back finished. I don't think I'm going to put any cross bracing on because these legs are only about 11 inches tall and they're not going anywhere. Now here in the front for the blocking, I'm going to do the outside corner and the inside corner. We're going to skip these until we get the floor joists on because I want to make sure to get the support underneath the rim joists and the floor joists. So yeah, we're just going to hold off on that. All right, that's about all I can get done for the day. We ended up getting the back corner leg, the inside leg, got all the cross bracing, a ledger support at the rear wheel location. We got 2 legs on the foundations, double joist supports, and some 45-degree blocking on that also. Here at the halfway point, we did the exact same thing. We got another double joist support, same I-beam construction. We did not put the sway braces on these. The legs are so short, it really wasn't going to make any difference. We also got the front corner blocked up and that inside corner blocked up. We left all these open until we put the floor joists in. Now I threw those floor joists out there just to see what they look like. We are going to have to take a trip to the sawmill and saw some 2-inch oak material to help support the weight of the wheels. But we're not going to do that today. So you guys get outside, do something fun, come back and tell me about it.